As soon as I decided to go live, somebody decided to walk by with a dog. And it'd take a minute or two. As you can see, they're still raising Cain. Well, as you can hear, I don't have it turned on them because they're out and about. Except for Wally. He's going to bump the camera because he can. I think it's the only reason he does it. But he's like, yeah, let's let it rock. Well, now we got some doggies to see instead of me. I need to shave anyway. There we go. There's our morning time with Oliver. He likes to sit over there by himself. Unless they start gets up. That's what he was doing gone already. Because he was out and about with the pack raising Cain. How's everybody doing this Wednesday morning? I know everybody's at work. Everybody's got their own life. Damn, coffee went down the wrong way. I hate when that happens. I'm all choked up. Everybody come back for a minute? No. I got 5. There's 6. Number 7 is probably still over there having a bone. Yep. He's out by the gate eating his graphite bone. Oh, Teddy. Molly, don't you grab my yard slides. She was going to take my slides out in the yard. They're the ones I walk in the yard. Because there's doggy bombs all over the place. Hi, mister. How are you doing this morning? Everybody's out and about. You need a haircut, Betty. Oliver, somebody's watching you sleep. You don't mind, do you? He said as long as they're more quiet than I am, he don't care at all. He right now doesn't have a care in the world. Everybody else is just nosing around. There's dogs barking in the background somewhere down the road. They don't know where to go, what to do. Oliver wishes they would shut up. You're fine. Don't you jump over here. I still can't have you guys in my lap right yet. Waiting on the wounds to heal, buddy. You know this. Well, there's Teddy. We got Teddy in the mix. He decided to jump up here and hang out for a second. What's up, Teddy? Teddy bear. What you seeing, mister? Oh, Teddy. He'd been out in the yard for a while. He was out there chewing a bone. just up here relaxing. And Toby, you can't get on my lap, buddy. I told you. Waiting on the surgery parts to heal. Dun, 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 dun. Teddy has left the building. Not really the building. He's still sitting on the top step. What do you want? Toby, I can't pick you up. I'm on 5-pound restrictions. I can't have you in my lap. Here in just a little bit. I'll go sit in the chair, put my pillow down, and you can climb up and hang out. They're very needy and demanding. Except Oliver, as you see. He's over sleeping. He's sleeping over there. And if we make a turn, Wally is just hanging out right there by himself. Looks like he's catching a breeze. He's taking it easy and catching a breeze. Toby wants in my lap. All the rest of them are. Susie's laying out by a tree. I'm only missing one. Found her. I just didn't turn far enough. I doubt that the camera's picking it up, but Oliver is snoring his butt off. He's over sawing down the forest. I hear him. I don't think you guys do. What's up, Rolly? How's things going with you? I'm up. I got a late start doing my video because, well, I had coffee and my daughter came out and had some coffee with me. Was hanging out, so I knew I wanted to do a video because I hadn't been on here in a minute. But kids, they always come first. But everything around here is going good. Basically all not hurting or anything, or nothing's going on there. Just a lot of bruising yet that needs to go away. Get the bruising done. And then I got another doctor's appointment coming up next month. But that's the one I've been waiting on. The one next month is my disability doctor. That's that appointment that I can't miss. So we'll see how that one goes. Oh yeah. Sitting outside with Goober. How's he doing? I bet he's enjoying this warmer weather you're having. Probably not. He probably likes the cold. He's enjoying the cool weather. I think my dogs prefer it to be spring or fall. Summer's too hot, winter's too cold. Yeah, we had that yesterday. It come down pretty good for a few minutes. Was the rain that we had. It looked like it was going to storm last night, but I didn't hear it, and everything was dry when I got up this morning. But it did wake up to like 78 degrees out here, which is nice this time of year. But it didn't take long. We're already up to 80, 81, so it's part of life. That's what goes on. Hopefully, we don't run into any rain. I did manage to get my yard mowed yesterday, and my son-in-law weed eated everything, which I loved because that's what I would be doing this morning. I like overcast days. We've got a bright day, but there's some clouds in the area, so it's not quite overcast, but it's not quite sunshiny. It's just a good day. I don't know how to describe it. But overcast usually means a little cooler weather. It won't be so hot. Yes. That's why I kind of enjoyed doing hardwood floors and tile over the years because I would set my saws up outside on a porch or whatever, or maybe even on a back patio or something. You're inside doing work, but every 10, 15 minutes you're outside with a stack of boards, making some cuts, outside enjoying the weather, and then back in. I don't like being out in the sun working all the time, and I don't like being indoors stuck at a desk all the time either. So that was a perfect job for a well balanced life for me. Kind of like you with being an electrician. You go in with the bare minimum to go into the job, and if you need something, let me go out the truck. I got that in the truck. I'll be right back in the truck. You guys do a lot of walking too, unless it's an installation. But yeah, those kind of jobs are to me are the best of both worlds because you're not stuck inside all day and you're not stuck outside all day. And he's snoring too loud for you. She said, "Yeah, I got to put my back to him." Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I didn't take jobs like that was electricity or AC. You're stuck in an attic because when you start a job like that and you're the low man on the totem pole, then that's exactly what it is you have to do all the grunt work. But then when you get the experience, you got to continue doing it. Daily data pack. What's up, Crunch? I was in the middle of conversating with Rolly about work addicts and all this crazy stuff that construction has to be done. And I won't do plumbing because I don't like digging in my own shit. when something happens around here, I sure in the hell ain't doing it for somebody else. Yep, everyone has to start at the grunt. I started as one, but I started in the flooring industry. It has no ladders, and it's not outside. Worst I could do is fall off the floor or cut a finger off. I only got quarter of a thumb, so I didn't get the whole thing. But I cleared the nail out and took a chunk off the side. Saws are dangerous. Most likely no. For one, I can't pass the DOT physical right now. That one part of tilt your head back and touch your nose with your fingers out to your side, with your arms out to your side, I would fall over. They also have this thing to where you have to squat down and walk like a duck. I can get down, but we ain't walking, and I'm gonna need help getting back up. So right now, I can't pass a DOT physical. Construction works out because I can't pick anything up. Well, I can pick it up, but I ain't picking a lot of it up. We were just talking about the professions that we chose, because before I drove a truck, I laid hardwood, tile, and stuff in people's houses. And then when I got older and I got tired of the ups and downs and moving people's personal crap that they were supposed to move before we got there, you just get tired of all the work, extra work, and people not caring. So I went to drive truck for a while, and it's a good thing. I mean, that's when all the problems caught up with me. It's like, okay, you can relax. No, you can't. But yeah, it'll work out somewhere or another. My daughter, that's what we were talking about when she was down here. She linked my calendar on my phone to her calendar so she could actually put reminders in there on appointments I have, because sometimes I forget about them, or I forget where I wrote them down. But usually everybody's pretty good. No, I'm not doing that either. Got a lot of walking going on. I mean, lawn mowing business, you got to have a weed eater. And all that stuff. Oops. I have everything to do one. The ability, sorry guys, the ability to do this. Every bit of this needs to be weed eated. Both sides of that fence, inside that gate, and around that side. Only this side of this fence. Both sides of that fence. Both sides of this fence, around all the trees, there, there, and then it keeps on going to the front of the house and around the house. And that's just my house. And that takes me 2 days to get my yard done. I could imagine if somebody, I was doing it for a living. Yeah, I'll start on Tuesday and I'll finish Wednesday. Yeah, that's me, Rolly. I forget everything as well. And it's good that she's linked it up and she's gonna show me how to use it here in a little bit. I cook just enough to feed myself. And in the restaurant business around here in America, there's a saying: if you have time to lean, you have time to clean. No, I have to lean because I'm tired. And if you want me to cook and clean, you can get one, but you can't have both. Hell yeah. You could finish in one day. I used to be able to finish in about 3 hours. Take an hour and 10 minutes to mow it, get out there and just weed eat everything and be done. But not anymore. It sucks when you get old and have 3 strokes. They could have been worse. I mean, a hell of a lot worse, considering I had 3. But it is true. The first one I didn't know I had. The second one I felt. The third one was the third one's one put me down. Yep, they could do that too, but that also costs a business license, insurance, and all that stuff. Right now, I'm just trying to get everything healthy. I have to go see my doctor because I'm working on disability because I can't do the things I used to do, or I can't remember to do them, or it's just too much stuff. So maybe one day I'll be able to deliver pizzas and be like, here, I got your pizza. Have a great day. Yeah, I'm not really not that good of a cook. And great chefs, I mean, like Gordon Ramsay and stuff. I want to try a piece of beef Wellington just for the hell of it, but the stuff that goes in it does not sound good to me. I like the beef part. The pastry part's good, but I think it's goose liver or something that they wrap in it. I'm not wanting to try that, but I would. Aha. Uh-huh. Started to rain. Your overcast turned into get your ass off this porch. Yeah, yesterday it came down a little bit here, but my back porch it's covered, but it still blew in a little bit. So kind of moved in out of the way. It only rained about 10, 15 minutes. Crunchy naming all the work that I used to do, except the chef part and all that. Can't paint houses because houses involve ladders. I have problems with balance. I'm not getting on a ladder. I barely get on anything. I climb the stairs to my house. I climb those, but they have a railing that I hang on to dearly. I'm pretty sure if I didn't have the stairs, then I don't know what would happen, because that's probably the extent of my exercise, is going upstairs and going to bed. I have stairs leading into the house, 3 of those. I have a couple steps in the house and things like that, but I have handrails and I know where to grab in case I feel like I'm gonna fall. That's why my house is cluttered. I have furniture everywhere. That way if I feel bad, I can just plop down. I got a seat here. I got a seat there. This wall will hold me. It's not all the time, but it's the safety precautions of going where I'm at. That's why when I go out, I carry a cane, just so I don't lose balance and have issues. So yeah, there's a lot involved in life. I used to be able to do all the things you were talking about. Yeah, a 1-pound burger shop. Now I wouldn't mind. There's just so many rules and regulations here, even for food trucks and stuff like that. But I like a good burger. I'd rather experiment at home and make my own. Or I make my own mushroom Swiss burger, or my spicy jalapeno burger. Sometimes it's just a grill burger. But I can't see running businesses because all the regulations and things with food. They'd shut me down. A lot of rules with food. A lot of people don't follow them. That's why we still get sick at these dumbass restaurants. And that's why I limit my restaurants. I'd rather cook at home. Yep. This whole entire country is taxed and regulated to death. It's not as easy to start. And people are nasty. There's people that actually believe that a paper mask is going to stop an airborne virus. Okay. Paper mask is for dust particles and germs. Airborne shit that gets in there, you dead. I don't like people nearly enough to work at Walmart. I would be the man on the news. Oh, Walmart employee. Yeah. Walmart employee goes postal. Y'all better look the hell out. Hotel manager would be nice, except I'm uneducated. I managed to put my pants on in the morning. I managed to find my shoes. I'm getting the overcast now, Rolly. You must have sent your weather my way. It just hadn't decided what it wanted to do around here yet. I look very educated. Well, I appreciate it. But yeah, I'll piss everybody off and get all kinds of hate mail and all that shit. I got an eighth grade education. I literally had a kid at 17. I failed a couple years in school, so I quit school before I even started high school because I had to work, I had to support a family. So that's why when you name off jobs, I've probably done them, except for a chef and electricity, because I ain't touching nothing that's gonna kill me. But yeah, that's all I know is manual labor and hard work. I managed to get things done. I won't even tell you how long it took me to figure out how to upload a video or do stuff and everything like that. Right. I live in a small town. There's not hotels all over the place. It's not a city. I don't want to travel. You can get a job anywhere and all that stuff, but you can work your way up to management and do all kinds of things, but it's not my cup of tea. I have been a manual labor guy my whole life, getting up and working. That's what I was taught to do. As you're a man, you're supposed to work. Work, work, work. And that's what you do. And when I was younger, I had a guy ask me, I was working for a company that contracted painting on the Navy bases, and we were doing big hangars and all this stuff. And one of their helpers asked me if it was my profession. And I'm like, I'm 21 at the time. I'm like, no, this is not my profession. And he's like, what? I said, I paint because they pay me okay money to do it. I looked him dead in the face and I told him, tomorrow morning, if somebody walked up and offered me more money to shovel shit in a stockyard with a spoon, I would go do that because it was more money. It may have been a shitty job, but it would have been more money. And when I was young and had a kid, that's what it was about, was go make money. And that's what I did. And I continued to work around until I found something I could do that paid really good money. Oh, I know. I understand all that. But you just can't do that kind of work. It wasn't, it's not into me. I would, I'd quit because it's just not what I do. If I had a job in a cubicle where everybody's just standing around doing whatever, I would have to quit. I'm probably not going to take a job to where I can't wear my shorts and t-shirts because that's just who I am. I'm not putting on a tie, long sleeve shirt. I don't think I own a pair of pants. I do, but they're in a closet tucked far away because I don't like pants. I prefer shorts. If it's cold, I'll throw on sweatpants because I'm all about comfort. So jobs like that were never for me. I understand that. Here in America, any hotel job you get, there's uniforms you have to wear. You have to dress like they're penguin, and I'm not doing it. If I was to run a hotel, it would be the kind that are paid by the hour. It'd be like, this guy looks like he would run a hotel by the hour. So yeah, that would be the kind of hotel that I would be stuck running. I was just not anything like that. I've done restaurant work and hated it because you're stuck inside. You get a 15-minute break to go see what's going on outside. Fast food, stuff like that, being young, but it's just not me. I People that can do it, more power to you and great. But I'm not the guy that could work fast food. I did it because we needed money. And I think I quit that job to go work for a subcontractor that worked on the railroad. And that was a hard job. It paid better than the hotel motel. I won't tell if you don't tell, but it's going to cost you $10 extra for me to say I never seen you because I run a shady hotel. Here's the rate for the room, and here's the rate for me to keep my mouth shut if anybody comes in. Crunch, I'm allowed to work once I get on my disability. I just can't make any money. So, not a lot of money. I think what they said is you can only make $1,500 a month if you're on disability. Because there's, you know, people that with people that have other issues. There you go. Now, I've not ever run one, but I know how they work. And I haven't never visited one. That's what the back seat of the car is for. I'm cheap. Yes. Oh, I know the rules. I've seen enough of it on TV, and I may be not the sharpest tool in the shed, but when it comes to a side hustle and making money, I got you. I don't do it, but I know how to do it. You're coming to this hotel because you want complete silence, and if you want me to pretend I don't know you, that's at least worth $10. I mean, it's worth $10. There's people hiding from the law. Right now, if you had a good one in a good neighborhood, I'd be like, you just sign your name, James Henderson or whatever. If ICE is looking for you, $10. I ain't seen you. I don't know that guy. Do you have a registration? No, I don't keep track of that. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to rent a room. Keep my hotel full, along with my pocket. That's not for me because I'm too old to fight. And with places like that comes trouble. The job I need is to win the lottery so I can put a porch swing out here and get this fenced in or screened in, I mean, and never have to move for anything. I bet you can be a good cook. I just, I cook the foods I like. If people like me, then they come over and I cook. That's cool. Yeah, every walk of life. And don't care for that. Nothing makes you madder than hell than seeing a man making $200,000 a year, working in an office in a suit, got a wife at home, coming in with a $20 hooker. It's like, that's just wrong. You were definitely underpaying that girl. Cheap bastard. White sauce pasta, like an Alfredo, stuff like that. I like making pasta. Pasta's not bad. Yeah, I know we have spaghetti, lasagna, and stuff that we make around here. Italian pasta, get some panini and chicken, and mushrooms and stuff. I don't really remember. I think I've tried a clam sauce once, and it is good. And I'm not really a fish kind of person. I like shrimp, gator tail, and I do trust the Gordon's fisherman. I trust whatever the hell he put in there. It tastes good to me, and that's what I like. Lobster's good. Crawfish, etouffee is good. There's some foods that I'll eat that has stuff in there, but just to go order fish or something, fried clams are good too. So yeah, probably so. Ah, yeah, I hate when people don't do their jobs and make things. I don't do oysters. I don't know whoever in the hell thought spitting up a goober on a clamshell would make me want to just eat it up and throw some hot sauce on it. That shit ain't happening. Here in America, they got you got basically what we call food trucks, or in the big cities, people have hot dog carts and things like that. But there's no kind of little pop-up restaurants that I've seen on some TVs where they roll a bunch of stuff out on the side of the street and everybody comes in and grabs a little something. We don't have that here, but we do have stupid things like hot dog trucks, or food trucks is what they call them. Every kind of food, and it depends where you're at and what you got going on. But I'm pretty sure that people really like the food trucks when they're in certain places. I don't think they prefer them, but big restaurants, people like to go out and sit down and be taken care of. Yeah, surprise menu daily. We're not going to tell you what we caught walking the neighborhood last night. Just eat it. It's a surprise. Yeah, but you said something about just opening up something in my yard. You couldn't do that. The police would be here and shutting you down. You got a permit? You got this and you got that. It could probably be done, but why? I have enough work to do. Sometimes too much. Yep, that's the main thing. Everything around, you need a permit. And if it has to do with food, you get your permit if you can prove that whatever you're serving out of is completely sanitized and all that. And all they do is take one person to call. Yeah, there's so many rules. And all it takes is one person to call them, and you can get a surprise visit. And if you have a dirty dish in the sink or something, or your little wash basin isn't right, or they catch a burger out of temperature or whatever you're cooking, they'll fine you and close you down for a while. So yeah, there's many, many rules. That is why a lot of people, if you're into food trucks and being a business like that, I commend you because I eat off of your shit and I really hope that you're clean, like they say, and everything because you get good ratings and you got good food. But yeah, I couldn't put up with all the stuff that you have to do to run them. I like everything just the way it is. You keep it clean and I'll keep it in business. Well, I won't anymore, but I will stop at your establishment and give it a whirl. We have a restaurant here in town. It's called Rico's. It used to come in a food truck. It had certain, like Thursdays during the week, it would be in this one area and you go up there and get your stuff. They have other restaurants, but they were bringing it to the area in a food truck to see if people would buy it. And they did so good. Good morning, Linda. And they did so good whenever they got here that they actually bought a little spot and they got a outside area that you sit down and eat under a covered patio. It's still wide open to the elements and it's on a street corner. They play a little bit of Spanish music outside and all that stuff. They serve really, really good tacos and everything. And their business is booming, but they brought it to the area in a food truck. That's why people that run food trucks are crazy. Yeah, they have a business that was already in Valdosta, which is 20 miles away. But what they did was before they opened a business was after they opened they originally started in a food truck. They got enough money to open the business in Valdosta. So that's what they did. So then as the business was running in Valdosta, they kept the food truck going. So they wanted to leave Valdosta, so they come up here to us and they run their food truck on Thursdays. They also visited other places. They still run the food truck. But if they see that they're getting enough business in the food truck and they can find a good investment, they buy things, open up another place, and they run it just like a food truck. It's outside, you walk up to the window, you order, everything like that. They buzz you when your food's ready. You come up there, grab it, go sit down, listen to music and all that shit. It's basically a food truck without wheels. It's stabled, done. Very great concept. All business involves risk. But yeah, whoever started the business was a smart guy to do it. And they're originally from, I think it's one of those that San Diego. I know they're south in from California, so they bring an authentic, what I know as street tacos and things like that from out west. So if you can find somebody from out there that makes that kind of food, it's really good because it's authentic and they make it right. And anybody tells you that they don't make, because street tacos are different than, Taco Bell. But if you ever hear somebody say that street tacos ain't big enough, no. The problem is you just didn't order enough and you want more. I get they're small, but they powerful flavor. Oh yeah, some people got business sense, and when they're young like that, because they're probably 40s now, late 30s, early 40s, but they had to start somewhere, and they made a go of it. Yes, Taco Bell is horrible, but every once in a while, I want something from Taco Bell. I don't do it all the time. It might be once every 6 months, but I'll go get like a chalupa and some nachos or something. Or if the hankering hits me, I'll hit up a 10 pack of crunchy tacos. And they're ranked the worst and dirtiest restaurants in America. I mean, I understand that. That's why it's once every 6 months, I believe. My taste buds can win an argument with my belly and my brain. I just, once in a while, I like it. What surprised me was, I think it was Chipotle that was number two as the dirtiest, with McDonald's being number three. That was just a crazy thing, but I've never eaten Chipotle. It's, I used to think it was Moe's just in a bowl. Because everybody knows, welcome to Moe's. Instead of getting a burrito, they just throw it in a bowl and be like, here, these are good. Yeah, it's just some of those things that I'm a simple man. I think Oreo should have stuck as Oreo. No fucking double stuff, quadruple stuff, strawberry bullshit Oreo. An Oreo is an Oreo, and they should have left the damn cookie alone. Just kind of like chocolate chip cookies. They should have left them as chocolate chip. And I get the soft batch. Everybody wanted those little soft batch cookies because they like soft cookies. Totally understandable. But why the hell do I gotta have a cookie that got every nut, every chew, and all kinds of shit in it? It's like, and they start charges the same amount for that big fancy cookie as you would for a regular chocolate chip cookie. And I'm like, but it's not worth that much. It's a fucking cookie. Hell with it. I'll make one at home. But yeah, I think they went overboard with choices in America and everything. Why don't you just, if you're a fancy cookie shop, sell fancy cookies? But Keebler and everybody just decided to shove things in cookies, and they weren't making enough off of the basic Chips Ahoy and this and that. That's why nobody here can. Girls in America, a lot of them, I'm gonna piss them off, but a lot of them can't cook, can't bake. Their excuses is mama's never taught me. I mean, my mama never sat down and told me this is what you do. But my little porky fat ass was always in the kitchen while she was cooking, watching. I asked questions, she would answer, and I'm like, I'll figure this shit out when I get older. Because as a fat guy, you like to eat. And I'm not fat just because of McDonald's and fast food and all that shit. I eat it, but I also eat good at home. And last night I ate really good because I don't know how many courses you have or what you call it, but my plate was full. My daughter baked some chicken. There was mashed potatoes. She made mac and cheese because her husband doesn't like the mac and cheese, but he likes the mashed potatoes. She made carrots, peas, green beans because my brother don't eat green beans, and all that. And I was like, holy shit. I eat all of it. I mean, I didn't care what it was. So I had a plate full. I said, hell, it's like Thanksgiving. It wasn't giant portions. Everybody got a little something, and you're full as hell. And I was like, damn, I ain't had this much to choose from since the last Thanksgiving. Yeah, I learned by experimenting too. I try things. That's how come I made a stupid video about my McRib. I think I had one when it first came out and I wasn't impressed. But I remember the texture and the flavor, so I'm like, okay, I can make one at home with fresh ingredients. And I like that damn frozen dinner barbecue family style rib shit. They're not bad. So I do twists on things. Experimenting, you would say. So I was like, okay, got it. Yeah, I need to experiment more and try things. But oh yeah, I love making French fries at home. It's better for you. It's healthier. And when my fries are done, they're just as crispy as I want them, and just as salty as I want them. Perfect. With ketchup, that's what I take it your tomato sauce. But yeah, we have French fries, ketchup. I like them both. So if I'm having French fries, I have ketchup and mustard because ain't nothing like a French fried tater and mustard. Yeah, and I like ketchup, but I also, like I said, I just like mustard. So I alternate when I have French fries. One goes to the mustard, eat that one. One goes to the ketchup, eat that one. Then when I get low, I just mix them together, and the rest of my French fries go with the mix. But yeah, Oliver just got his back to everybody. He ain't doing nothing. These two are just sleeping. They're not doing nothing either. But yeah, French fries, ketchup, French fries and mustard. Actually, just a plain Ruffles potato chip is, you get those, or your Ruffle potato chips, whatever they are. You open up the bag and you bring out your mustard. You put a little squirt on each one. That's really good. Hey, oh, he's moving stuff around. They're getting started. Leave him alone. Stop. Go lay down. All right. Okay. Yeah. I do steak fries sometimes. I make them a little thicker and fry them up just the same way and make them as crispy as I want. Never tried it with malt vinegar. I was more of a definitely mustard. We're down for that. Yeah, it's when we slice thicker French fries and we make them the way we want them. Thicker fries are good. Sometimes I like the small ones because I want crispy shoestring French fries. Just depends what I'm eating and what's going on. It's kind of like restaurant style. What are you in the mood for? You want a thick fry, thin fry? It's all good. Well, it looks like they're going to be moving stuff around, getting their car loaded and ready to go. So I'm going to get off of here, guys, and I really appreciate everybody hanging in and all that. I know I had a late start this morning, but Crunch, Rolly, you guys take care. Take it easy. I'm going to roll and see them off if they're getting ready to go here in a little bit. I'm not for sure what's going on. I'll keep you informed. Got my doctor tomorrow. Hopefully, get this bandage off my pacemaker area so I can see the damage. Finally, I'll tune back in, tell y'all more about it. As always, Thursday, Sunday, Saturday night at 9. So, see, I had to think what day of the week I was doing that on. Yes, Saturday night at 9, I'll be back. We'll do a live hanging around. You guys have a good evening and be safe.